Good morning, everyone. So today I'm very excited to talk about this topic. How does the economy in the election year affect the presidential election result? So we all know the economy matters. So the intuition is this. When during the election year, when the economy is doing well, the happy voters are more likely to support the incumbent candidate or the incumbent party candidate to stay the same course. On the other hand, if the economy is doing very badly, so the angry voters are more likely to vote for a change, right? So if you remember 1992, Bill Clinton's campaign slogan, famous slogan, is the economy stupid? All right. So, but the question is, okay, the economy is important, but how much and what kind of magnitude it will impact the presidential election result? That's what we are going to talk about today by providing a simple electronic econometrics model. Okay. So as you can see from this front page image, it shows the high level of anger, stress, and anxiety of this campaign. So hopefully I'm going to provide this 2016 prediction result, and maybe that will relieve some kind of uncertainty and stress. Yeah. Okay. So stay tuned. So first of all, let's look at current latest poll number. So on the left is real clear politics poll average. So the green line, the blue line is Clinton's, and the red line is Trump's. And on the right is famous 538 presidential winning probability. So as you can see, the poll are very tight. The race is very close. So the model like this, like a poll average model, could be very accurate in the final months. But there's a problem. They cannot tell us why this party candidate is winning, why that party is losing. So we got these so-called fundamental prediction models provided by economists or political science professionals. They provide reasons and factors to explain why. However, many of these kind of models, they only use so-called national data like GDP, unemployment rate, inflation rate. That's a problem. What kind of problem? They produce very small sample size. Okay, so over the past century, we only had 20, 23, 24 elections. So that is the problem. So today, we are going to use this so-called state panel model. So here, I use this so-called state real median household income growth to try to explain the prediction and the result. And they had two advantages. One is it provides a much larger sample size, because we can see later I will show you there's a wide range of variety of real median income growth across states over time. And the second is it kind of addresses the income inequality issue, because we are using median household income growth. All right. So let's take a look at the data. This is the percentage of United States presidential popular votes, 68 to 2012. So the blue bar is Democratic votes, the red bar is Republican, and the yellow bar is third party. To simplify the analysis, we use this the percentage of popular vote among two major parties. Okay, so you can see here, you can see basically over these past 5 decades, whether it's a Republican or Democrat, they had this kind of foundation support, like minimum 40%. Actually, the vote is between 40 and 60%. However, the final result depends on not this popular vote, but electoral vote. So let's look at the electoral votes. So the third party only win, in 1968 is the only year that the third party got some kind of electoral votes. The rest are all by these two major parties. So you can see much dramatic variation in terms of votes. So 78, 80s, and 84, Republican got a landslide wins. Although their popular vote is only like 55, 56, 60%. So we all know that because if you win over your opponent by 0.1%, you win all the states vote. That's the system. So based on this kind of model, this is what we found. Several predictors with statistical significance. So let's see the first one, which is the question we want to address, economic performance. So based on our calculation, it probably explains 10% of the variation over time across states. So you might say 10% is not much, right? 10% is not much, but actually it's very crucial. As I just showed you before, you know, all the votes are between 40 and 60%. So actually 10% will be sufficient to flip the election result. So here we had a national economic indicator like GDP growth in second quarter, third quarter of the election year. Misery index is the combine of the unemployment rate and inflation rate. And here is our focus, the state real median household income growth. So what I find is 1% of this median household income growth higher will be able to boost the incumbents' votes by 1% in that state. So yeah, that's very significant. And we also find other like non-economic performance factor coming from this Gallup's approval rating for the current presidency. And there are also other factors like demography. Yeah, it accounts 13%. So you say, why 13%? This is large because we do see a dramatic change of demographic component over the past 5 decades. And there's also some kind of religious factors, prediction over there, and state characteristic factor, which account 51%. So you say, what is this? This is what I'm talking about before. You see those kind of basic foundation, 40% of the support for specific party. So that makes sense, you know, because we know some voters across the country, they will vote specific party whatsoever, whatever the economy is doing so well or so badly. Yeah. So let's explain that. But finally, I want to talk about this. In our model, there's 20%. We cannot explain that. We cannot use the available variable to explain that. So I call it might come from the candidate individual character. You know, it's hard to define. You know, leadership or trustworthiness. You know, or their campaign message, policy, or strategy. So that kind of explain why we see this kind of up and down of the poll number over the past 3 months, because you know the voters' perception, you know, kind of changed from this factor, unexplained factor. All right, so let me give you an example of this real median household income growth in 92 and 96. So on the left is 92. You can see there's a wide range of state income growth, but mostly are negative. And average is negative 0.5% growth. So that kind of explain why George H.W. Bush lost his re-election. Okay. On the right, 96. Okay. Mostly the states are doing pretty well. Average is 1.6%. They kind of also explain partly why Bill Clinton won the re-election. Okay. So right now we got this model, we got a parameter, we got a coefficient. We can go back to predict each election year's result. So here you see 11 election years. So there are two bars. On the left is our model prediction, and on the right is the actual result. So you can compare these two. So the red, the orange is Republican, and the light blue and dark blue are Democratic. So you can see like 72, 80, 84, you can see this kind of dramatic landslide I showed you before. And why is that? Because the economy. So 72 and 84 economy is doing very well. So the incumbent easily won the re-election. However, 80 economy was terrible, very, very bad. And so Jimmy Carter lost his re-election. All right. But the model got 3 times wrong. So 76, 2000, and 2012. So for example, 2012, our model predict Mitt Romney will win, but he lost. So there are some reason, and we can say maybe it's because voters like President Obama more than Mitt Romney, because we all know Obama is very very charming. So that might be the reason. Yeah. Okay. All right. So finally, so based on our model and use the current year 2016's economic data. So what's the result? So let me tell you, this year based on the real estate income, median household income growth, it's okay. It's doing okay. So the average is 1.2%. It's better than 2012. It's much better than 2008. So based on our model, this is our result. Okay, Democratic Party will get 278 votes versus Republicans 260 votes. So it means Democrat will win at a slight margin. However, I want to tell you this. This is the swing states. So the third column represents Democratic Party's votes percentage. So Pennsylvania, Iowa, Wisconsin, Michigan, Nevada, North Carolina, New Hampshire all go to Democrat, and then the red color goes to Republican. So we see compared to the recent vote, you see some are correct, some are not quite, right? So what's going on? You can see like Ohio is 49.7%. It's very close, right? And actually we had this standard error. So we found all these swing states, their predictions are way within margin of error. So it means everything will change, maybe after second debate or third debate, we don't know. So my conclusion is, so if you had a strong view about certain candidate, brace yourself. This is the result. Anything is possible. Okay, get prepared. Right. Thank you.